Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Kim Miller begins now.
Good evening. Long-time competitors have been left dismayed by Targa Tasmania's cancellation. The road ahead for the iconic event is uncertain, with regional communities to be affected by its disappearance.
For 30 years, Tasmanian roads have come alive with the sound of Targa. But after 4 deaths in 2 years, its future is uncertain. 2023's event, scheduled for October, now cancelled, along with all other Targas. Competitors left frustrated.
Very disappointing. As a 10-year competitor, and it's taken the wind out of my sails this week a bit, actually.
A safety review in the wake of those crashes has dragged on, forcing Targa to part ways with its governing body, Motorsport Australia. Participation hit by potential changes like lower speed limits and more licence regulations. We've waited and been incredibly patient with the process put in place. However, this process has now taken a year longer than similar reviews in the past.
Safety is key, and there should be some level of expertise before you get in a car and do a Targa event. But possibly there should have been a little bit more thought put into some of the processes.
They now need to find a new governing body.
It's important that all the safety precautions are well thought through, given recent tragedies.
From Strawn to St Mary's, the iconic event touches the state's furthest reaches. The economic impact valued by organisers at around $15 million. Targa receives around $400K per year from the state government.
We'll be extending it another year till 2028 in terms of the contractual agreement, and that will provide the organisers certainty.
But there's still a few twists and turns in the road ahead. Josh Duggan, 7 Tasmania News.
A cyclist has suffered serious injuries after being knocked off his bike by a car in Lagana this afternoon. It happened at the intersection of Atkinson's Road and the West Tamar Highway. The male cyclist was taken to the Launceston General Hospital, where he remains in a stable condition. The road was reopened to traffic just after 4 o'clock. Environmental activists say they aren't deterred by the first Tasmanian jailing of a protester in over a decade. Colette Harmson was jailed for 3 months yesterday after breaching a suspended sentence from 2021.
As long as Swift Parrot forests are being logged, Takina is not protected and threatened by mining, there will be people who will continue to take action, non-violent direct action, such as Colette has.
We welcome people having their say. What we also want to see is that people that go to work expect to be in a safe working environment.
Bob Brown himself faces a magistrate in Hobart this coming Thursday on a charge of trespass. The southern Tasmanian sky was lit up overnight as thousands gathered in the Huon Valley to mark midwinter. The festival's big burn drawing locals and visitors into the region, with kids having the turn to enjoy the spectacle.
It might be the middle of July, but the Huon Valley was flaming hot last night. Big Willie was burning once again to mark the opening of the Midwinter Festival. Thousands watching on and capturing an ancient agricultural tradition. Beyond the blaze, the festival was a hive of music, entertainment and food.
We didn't realise how busy we're going to be for a Friday night. Ended up pushing out our service an extra hour.
It's really nice to get around the fires.
Plenty of patrons also dressing for the occasion.
We decided to go to a bit of a foresty theme, so went searching for nice twigs.
Others a little more free-spirited.
I just wanted flowers in my, or what are they called? Feathers in my hair and horns coming out of my skull.
This afternoon more subdued as families flocked to the site. The Mary Morris dancers among the highlights. The dance, another ancient farming tradition.
So you've gone past the middle of winter and you dance and you sing and chant and whatever to bring back the sun.
From tall stories to clown college, the kids were kept entertained, much to the joy of their parents.
I've got a 4-year-old running around somewhere chasing bubbles and having a lovely time in the sunshine.
But yeah, it is fantastic that kids can be a part of it too.
Although the adults were chasing the sunset.
So yeah, we can just get them picked up and stay for adult time as well.
For all the food and fun, some were enjoying the simple things.
I like jumping in muddy puddles.
John Hunt, 7 Tasmania News.
Tasmania's Colombian community has gathered to mark the country's birthday with a display of culture in Kingston this morning. Food and entertainment among the highlights to help celebrate Latin America's largest Spanish-speaking nation. Colombia declared its independence from the Spanish Empire on July 20, 1810, with that formally recognised in 1819. Two Northwest footy clubs have left their rivalries on the bench, raising vital funds and awareness for a cause close to home. Opening up about mental health, the lucrative goal at West Ulverston Football Club.
Leaving the stigma in the change rooms, the West Ulverston Lions is tackling mental health.
It's an environment we're trying to create where people feel comfortable enough they can come and talk about anything within our club.
This round against the Turners Beach Seagulls opening up and raising funds for Beyond Blue.
It's very important to raise awareness around it, and hopefully, people can reach out and get help if they need it.
The annual fundraiser has a deeper meaning for those who pull on the Lions Guernsey, first starting the match after losing one of their own in 2017.
We want to raise awareness, especially in our club, around mental health. We've just continued it on.
We're losing on average, I think the last statistics out, 8 Tasmanians per month. Now that is a lot of people in a small community area like Tasmania.
Breaking down stigma is considered crucial.
Whenever we talk about mental illness, we break down those barriers, we reduce stigma, and we support and encourage people to come forward.
From the fierce rivalries to taking time to chat with mates, the halftime huddle more than just tactics.
People, of course, talk off the field, not only about the game, but also about the challenges that they may well be experiencing.
Keeping the conversation going after the siren sounds. Victoria Easto, 7 Tasmania News.
Let's start with TSL, and a last gasp victory for the Tigers has helped them hold top spot on the ladder. The final quarter comeback keeping them ahead of North Launceston, who won the Battle of the Bombers.
Defending champs versus premiership wannabes. Kingborough had a chance to prove they're front runners for the TSL crown, going goal for goal through a free-flowing first half before the Blues shut the game down in the third quarter, Jamison House kicking a goal on the run. Launceston up by 16 at the final change. The Blues looked to have the game in hand deep into the final term before Kieran Lovell slipped free in front of goal. The Tigers eventually kicking ahead, winners by 4 points. It was an equally tight tussle at Skybus Oval. Lauderdale off to a fast start against second place North Launceston. Star Sam Siggins bending it like Beckham and then smacking it from 50 like Savroca. The Northern Bombers hit back though, kicking 4 goals in a potent second term. Jack Ives with 2 of them. Maintaining their lead to take the 4 points. North Launceston holding second place on the TSL ladder. Josh Duggan, 7 Tasmania News.
And tempers flared in the match between Clarence and Glenorchy last night. The Roos recovered from a slow start to jump out to a 42-point half-time lead. But the Magpies fought back after half-time to get within 8 points of their bitter rivals in the final quarter.
Looks like he might have been infringed with. He was. They take the advantage. Flying shot on goal here for Glenorchy. It's through!
Clarence, though, scoring the final 8 goals of the game to win by 58 points. In the NBL1, Hobart's slim finals chances are still alive after a win in the Tasmanian Derby. Devon Watson and Sam McDaniel both started strong as the Chargers raced to a 10-point half-time lead. Northwest Thunder roaring back to life in the third term with a 29 points to 13 quarter.
Throwing this one down for the troops.
Not again!
Triples! He's on fire!
A final term blitz helping Hobart win 76-68. They'll make the finals if Diamond Valley and Ballarat both lose tonight. The Chargers women made it 2 from 2 in the derby with a 14-point win over Launceston. Import Corey Coleman leading the way with a game-high 25 points.
Not used, gets it second time. Coleman gets it now. Catch, shoot, corner 3, bang!
Result means the Tornadoes sit 13th on the ladder with the Chargers sitting 15th. Devonport's NPL title bid is back on track after defeating second-place Glenorchy 3-1 at Valley Road. A defensive mistake gave the Knights a shock lead midway through the first half, but the Strikers levelled just before half-time via a penalty to get back in the match. The home side then scored twice in the second half to move 7 points clear at the top of the table. In other matches, a goal at the death gave Riverside an upset 3-2 win over Clarence, and Kingborough defeated a spirited Launceston United 6-1. In the Women's Super League, Devonport took just 17 minutes to take the lead against lowly Taroona. 4 first-half goals, all but sealing a win for the in-form Strikers at the half-time break. 3 more in the second half, seeing them run out 7-0 winners. They're now 4 points clear in second spot after undefeated South Hobart beat Launceston United 1-0. The State Netball Grand Final will be an all-Launceston affair after the Northern Hawks defeated Cripps in today's prelim final. Keen to avoid a repeat of last week's shock loss, the Hawks burst out of the blocks with a 22-10 first term. Cripps tried to fight back at the beginning of the second quarter, but was no match for the minor premiers. The Hawks won 73-48 and will face the Cavaliers next Saturday afternoon.
Good evening. 13 across Launceston and Devonport today, Hobart and Burnie reaching 12. 14 was the state's top in St Helens, 12 in Smithton and 13 in Flinders Island. Mostly cloudy conditions are seen about western and central parts of Tasmania as a frontal cloud band moves away to the east. Further out, a frontal cloud band extends over Victoria and southern New South Wales. Tomorrow, showers are expected over the west and far south of Tasmania, mostly fine elsewhere with fresh and gusty winds about the south during the morning. West to northwesterly winds tomorrow, 20 to 30 knots, swells up to 6 metres in the west and south and up to 2 metres in the north. A gale warning is current for the southeast coast and west coast, and a strong wind warning for the Channel, northwest coast, Banks Strait, Franklin Sound, Flinders Island and the east coast. Tomorrow's forecast now: Hobart windy with a possible shower, partly cloudy in Richmond, ooze 13. In the north, Launceston 15, partly cloudy across Devonport and Deloraine. Burnie tomorrow, a possible shower, Strawn 13, windy with a shower or 2 in Curry. St Helens and Swansea, partly cloudy and 14 in Whitemark. Looking ahead to the 3-day forecast now: Monday, showers about the west and north, mostly fine elsewhere. Tuesday, showers easing in the north in the evening. And Wednesday, patches of morning frost and fog with showers late in the afternoon in the northwest. Capital cities 19 and sunny in Perth tomorrow. Adelaide, mostly sunny and 32 in Darwin. And currently Hobart 8 and partly cloudy, Launceston clear and Devonport 8 and mostly clear. And Kim, I got to say, am I in on the right night? It's a shock seeing you here on a Saturday.
It is. I haven't been here since 12 years. Thank you, Jackie. A long time between drinks. And that is all your news for this Saturday. Stay with us as we head to the footy. Thanks for your company tonight. Good night.